around the house. In this video we're going to be laying the blocks as part of my loft conversion to seal up the gap between me and next door. I'm in a semi-detached house, and if you watch my previous videos you'll see that either side of the chimney breast we've got this gap, so there's access currently from one house to the other. We had a lot of rain yesterday, so we've just put a sheet and some slates over the top of the blocks just to keep them nice and dry, because they'd be no good to us wet. Now I'm just going to uncover those, and we've just got to get those up this scaffolding and in the loft. Oh, here he is, late for work as usual.
Blowing smoke rings in the afternoon, leaning out the window of your sister's room. Fractured smile, the chemical illusion fades. Burning out names into subway walls, creasing over sketches from the night before. Fractured smile, the chemical illusion is fading out. We're in above our heads. We broke our promises. 15 has come to this. We broke our promises. Drinking in the club with a fake ID. Fall into a taxi, creeping home at 3. Blacked out smile, and the chemical illusion fades. Tasting last night on your morning breath.
Just to show you what we've been doing, we've been putting the blocks in here through the hatch I've made in the loft. We've got a nice piece of chipboard here, and we got one behind it, and by putting the blocks onto here you can just slide them straight down, and you can see we're just stacking them there. We're not going to put too many in for now. We'll have to lay a few on the wall in the middle before we bring more in, because I don't want to overload the floor. But what we got there should be fine for now. So the next thing to do is clear the brick walls over there. We'll go and make a mix of cement, and we'll try and get a few blocks laid. We've got big paste on the mixer. We're doing 4 sand, 1 cement, and then we're mixing a bit of this with some water, and then you add that once it's mixed up from the bucket.
Right, so when you're trying to get your perfect mix, add water a bit at a time, and you know you're there pretty much. You can put a spade through it, if you watch this now, or a trowel. It slides up nicely, keeps the shape that you've made in it, but at the same time it just slips off the spade. There's nothing sticking to that face of the spade. I just run through it. And you'll also see you get this sort of, as I was always taught as an apprentice, a creamy sort of edge on it. That's where you put the feb or the plasticizer in, and it gives it that nice, easy to work texture, I suppose.
So you heard it there first from Big Pouse.
Big Pouse.
So here comes the first batch of cement. As you can see just by there, this is the wall between me and the neighbours, and we're going to build this up. Now there's a few bits of timber that are going through here, such as these two, and they're nailed from end joist to end joist there. Now if you look here, this is the base of the support for the purlin. You can just see that there. So we really don't want to move that one there yet, okay? So what we're going to do is build the wall first, and we can saw this down to length afterwards. The actual appearance of the wall isn't going to be particularly pleasing, but you know, once we got the bottom level we'll do our best, and then we just got to try and fill up the gaps. And if you look there, that gap is going to be awkward. Lots of small bits to fill in behind this strut here and above the purlin. So it really is just filling the gaps, to be honest, and trying to make it structurally sound as it goes up with the block work, but we'll do the best we can do and get on with it. So all I've done here is laid a sheet of my chipboard down over my joists, and then you can see right down there under the end of the joist where it's overhanging the old ones, I've just placed a little offcut of these joists on the brick wall, and that is supporting the end of this chipboard at the same level as the rest of the joist. So just gives me a nice little supportive board just to sit on while I'm chucking some cement down there and doing the block work. As you can see, we've just chucked down a load of cement as the first base there. We're going to lob the blocks on top now, try and level that out a bit, and then we can work from that.
Drinking in the club with a fake ID. Fall into a taxi, creeping home at 3. Blacked out smile, and the chemical illusion fades.
Just to give you a quick update, we've done the brickwork behind me here. It's not quite finished yet, and we've just started the other side. When we get to the end, we'll try and fill in the little triangles and the gaps at the top that you can see there. Now this is by no means a masterpiece, it's purely just to secure the partition between me and next door. Now I haven't filmed this in any sort of detail because obviously this is not a tutorial on how to lay a brick wall because I can't lay bricks properly. On the other hand, I know how to do a good mix. The wall is solid, it's just not particularly nice to look at. It doesn't matter because I'm going to be putting batten over that, I'm going to be filling it with insulation, I'm going to be boarding over the top so you'll never see it anyway. So the important thing is it's structurally sound, it's built off the load bearing wall below, and it's a good secure wall between me and next door. So there we go, there's the wall in a bit more detail. You can see there that you've got the struts supporting the purlin. What we've done is we've blocked up to that, and because it's only half the width of the blocks, because those blocks there are laid flat on their side, then we blocked up behind this strut as well. So from the other side is all you can see is block work. And this is the other side of the loft, and you can see there we still got the hole between us and next door, and you can see how the other one started. We've just laid 3 blocks there to finish off the cement we've got for today. We're laying them flat again. The wall underneath is a solid wall with no cavity, but it's 2 bricks wide, so the blocks turned on their side fit on top perfectly. Then in the morning we can get a mix on straight away. We've already got a few blocks waiting here in the loft, so we can just get on with that straight away and hopefully get that wall up fairly quickly. So here's just a quick 360 of the loft again. And same again as always, I've just got to close the roof up by putting the slates back over the top temporarily in case it rains. See you in the morning. So it's the next morning, time to set up again. So we're just doing another mix like yesterday. We're going to do a 4-to-1 mix, and when I say 4-to-1, that just means the ratio, not the exact amount. So if you want to do 4 sand to 1 cement, you can go ahead and do that. But I'm going to do a smaller mix here, so I'm going to do 2 sand to half a cement, which is exactly the same ratio. Now I like to use a bucket to do this, so if you just fill the bucket to the top with sand, you know that's 1 sand. If you fill it to the top with cement, that's 1 cement. And that way, you know you've got exact proportions, so you get a nice mix. Then is what we're going to do. Put it in together there, the cement and the sand, just let that mix around dry for a bit so it all gets mixed together. Then we'll add slowly a little bit of the plasticizer I showed you yesterday, which is already mixed with the water, so it's nice and frothy. We just trickle it in until we get that nice creamy mix again, and we can go up and lay a few blocks. You can see what I mean there about the frothiness. We've got that water mixed with that plasticizer, gives you all that nice froth, and then once all that's stirred nicely together, you can add that to the mix, and that's a lot better than just adding the water and the plasticizer separately, because you get that all mixed with the water before it goes in. Sometimes as well it's worth tilting the mixer slightly just to get the sand off the back, because if you have a good look at the back of the mixer occasionally, you find the sand sticks to the back, it doesn't mix, so you don't want to pour all your mix out of the end and find the sand hasn't got into the cement properly. Same as yesterday, nice creamy mix, you run your trowel through it and it holds its shape like that, but you don't want it too wet, but you don't want it too dry either. Lovely. So here we go, we're back to the wall. I'll be honest, that bottom one's not particularly level, I'll blame that on my brother, Big Pouse. But that's not a problem, I'll put a bit of cement on that now and that'll level up no problem at all. So I'm just going to get on with laying a few blocks here with the cement we just mixed. So just a quick update, you can see we've got the wall up now, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks high. Is what we're going to do where it juts out around the side of this prop, because that prop is actually supported right in the middle of the wall below, so there's a little gap either side. Now, over the other side the prop was slightly offset so we could block up the one side, and then the timber ran flush with the other face of the wall. In this one we're going to screw a timber to the prop, bring that piece of wood then flush with this block wall, and then we'll put some block on this side and fill the gap flush with that timber, so the wall will all be flat on this side then, so I can batten up to it and fill it with insulation later on. Then the end result should be a nice wall. You'll have block, you'll see a bit of timber flush with the block, more block work, and it'll all be flat, so I can put my battens onto that to insulate it and then plasterboard over the top later on. Just another quick update, sorry about the lighting, but you can just see we're starting to brick up now the other side of this support there. So it's coming along, we're getting there. Like I said, I haven't bothered showing you the actual brickwork because to be honest with you I can't get the camera in at a decent angle because I'm wedged in the corner, and as I said, this isn't how to do master block work. I'm not very good at brickwork, but it's going to serve a purpose, so yeah, hopefully you can just see how it's coming along.
Stupid ideas never stick. Stupid ideas.
finished the wall now. We've gone right to the top, as you can see just about by there. It's all we've got left now is the little triangles, and we'll just fill those up either with small bits of block, or where they're really small holes we'll probably just pack them up with cement. We'll do the same on the other side that you saw us do yesterday, and hopefully by the end of the day the walls will be filled up completely. We'll maybe put this bit of timber in over there, maybe we'll leave that for today, I'm not sure. Other than that then, it's just a case of have a tidy up in the loft, go down, clean the mix up, put everything away, and maybe we'll have an earlier finish today. Right, well, we've had a good day's work. We've managed to finish that block work over there, and you can see up in the corners that we've sort of packed it up with cement and bits of brick and block where we can, so that side's sealed. And then if I just take you over to the other side, over there, you can see we've got exactly the same over there in the corner. We've packed that side in, so both sides are completely sealed. So that's it for the block work video. In the next video, if you want to come along and watch, I'm just going to be finishing off the joists into the block work so we can get a nice stable floor, and then once we've done that, we can start to get some stud work in underneath these purlins and support the purlins down onto the new joists. For more DIY, how-to, household tips and product review, please watch my other videos, and don't forget to subscribe. I've been Pice Around the House. Ta-ta, farewell.